Hey guys, what's going on? Sadiq. Welcome to Experiences with Sadiq. Experiences with Sadiq is about all things real estate. A show where communication is key, advocating for the people's bliss, and knowledge, it's inspiring. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the show. And oh yeah, don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. Whether you're buying or selling a home, I'm that guy. Let's go! Hey, what's going on? It's Sadiq Davies. Welcome to Experiences with Sadiq. Today we're going to talk to two of my buyers, all right, Ambar Santiago and Jordan Camarena. Hopefully I said that last name right, Jordan. I just finished working with these two amazing buyers. We had a pretty long journey during this whole transaction. And the end result was a really good result. They end up extremely happy with the purchase of their new home. So pretty much, I want to have the opportunity to be able to talk to the two buyers, Jordan and Amber. I'm going to pass the torch to you guys. Introduce yourself, and then we're going to start the show. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Amber.
What's up? My name is Jordan Camarena.
So these two,
Were we supposed
no, you guys, nah, you guys are good. You guys are good.
Okay.
So Jordan and Amber, I know you guys just went through a transaction of purchasing your home with me, and I definitely want to say I truly appreciate the business. I appreciate the opportunity that you guys gave me to be able to go through this whole entire transaction with you guys, and I know we had a little rough, bumps on the road, but for the most part, I think the end result itself came out basically you guys winning and you guys being able to move forward and purchase the home that you guys actually wanted, right? And I think Experiences with Sadiq is, I want to be able to get your experience, your viewpoint from where you guys stand in regards to how this whole transaction went about. But before we even start that, I want you guys to talk about how you guys really came about working with me, how this whole thing started. Go ahead.
So do you want us to start on how we met you by accident?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Because this is a weird moment. Nobody knows. I need people to understand how God himself works in like unique ways. So go ahead.
Okay. So we were living in a like townhouse style apartment that was for sale. And Sadiq sold our house. We did a walkthrough. We met him, but we didn't really know anything about him. We just knew that he sold our house. And then we were actually in the process of trying to buy a home. So our lender, Patricia, right?
Patricia Vargas, yep.
Yep, she's like, oh yeah, I know a realtor I can hook you up with. And she gave me your number. And then I had told Jordan, I'm like, she gave me this guy's number. And I told him the name. He's like, that's the same guy. I'm like, Jordan, really? Why would we be, how would that be possible that it's the same guy? And then we showed up and it was you. It was like, wow, small world.
Nah, it's definitely a small world. Because I didn't even when I spoke to you and like you just asked me like, are you the guy who sold this property or like what property it is? And you mentioned the street, the address, and I'm like, huh? At first it didn't click. So like,
yeah.
Hold on. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm like, yeah, I'm the person who sold that property. And you were like, yeah, we're looking to buy a house. I'm like, wow, like, this is crazy. To me, just unique in regards to how everything works, in a weird way.
Yeah, and we were supposed to be staying there. We didn't know we would find a home so quick. So when we started working with you, we had like signed a lease, and then we found this house within like what, the second week? You were sending us houses,
like it was like,
we didn't see anything.
Yeah, it was crazy because it all took place in like literally 2 weeks, and when my buddy Manny, at the time when we're looking for the when we're looking for the property, my buddy Manny Camelo who works for the White Lion Group. He basically called me up. He was like, Sadiq, we have a property coming up for sale, and it's a really nice property. And I know you guys, there was a property that you guys want to look at in Woonsocket, but that got sold quick. And when Manny brought that property up, I'm like, hey guys, you guys should go take a look at this property, because I did see it myself and I thought it was really, really nice. And we went to go take a look at that property, and the property is actually gorgeous and everything like that. With this whole transaction, just wanted to know from you guys' standpoint, how did you guys feel? You know, the experience that you guys had. What was your feelings in regards to that?
Overall,
yeah, go ahead. From both.
I felt it was frustrating because, you know, just not knowing. Yeah, the pandemic started, all this kind of set us back, but
other than that, it was great. I mean, before the pandemic, everything was running so smooth, and it was like such an easy process. I was like, wow, I would have done this a long time ago. And then obviously, the pandemic started. It got tough, but we didn't give up, and it worked out. It was worth it.
Now, I was a little nervous too, because when the pandemic hit, it seemed like the pandemic was putting a halt on everything. You know, like buyers couldn't get approved because the way the banks were regulating their business model, just because they didn't want to take risks or liabilities on at the moment. You know, and like when we were going through that, and I guess the pause you want to say happened with you guys, I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, all right, so how are we going to maneuver this whole thing? And one of the things I could definitely say that both of you guys were very, very patient. All right. A lot of time you'll find clients who they get extremely frustrated real quick and not understand they really don't understand the importance of what's going on. But you guys understood the importance of it, and you guys pretty much channeled down, took it down level, and just basically worked with the flow of what's going on economically. And you guys kept on pushing forward, and you guys really, really fought for what you guys wanted. If you guys don't mind, tell me about like the reason why you guys really, what made you decide to constantly push forward and not give up during the pandemic, from both of you guys?
Amber can answer that one.
It was me. It was me. I didn't want to give up. He did tell me, but he's like, oh, just forget it. We'll find another house. It doesn't matter. And I'm like, no, we're not giving up. It's gonna happen. This is the one. It was me. I'm not gonna lie. I was being pushy.
Nah, but was pushing a good. Go ahead.
Yeah, it worked out. I mean, I'm glad I didn't give up, and I could have. I mean, there were a lot of moments where I did get like, okay, should we just forget about this house and wait until after the pandemic's over, or should we keep trying this? And you helped a lot too. I mean, we went through a lot. And I would say you were patient with me as well, because I know I probably.
Nah, listen, like I told you guys before, you know, you guys don't work for me. I work for you guys, you know. So it's pretty much I'm employed through you guys. So I have a due diligence, or what we call in the real estate world, a fiduciary responsibility to you guys, you know. And I just wanted to say that patient on my end is always going to be there, but the care and the nurture, you know, to try to make sure I could calm my clients down is something that I need to make sure I could focus on, because I needed you guys to be able to focus on the end goal, and that end goal is to be able to take you guys to that closing table. So I wanted to also talk about the process, right, of how many loan officers did we go through, you know?
Was it 4?
We went through 4 loan officers. If you guys want, you guys go ahead, touch upon that, and I'll touch upon that after.
Do you want to? So after the first one, Jordan's like, no, that's it. He was like, I'm not going to do this again. How many people are I going to give information to? I'm like, it's just because of the pandemic. They changed their standards. Certain people aren't. And he was also furloughed. He still is. So that kind of got in. That was a lot of the reason why we struggled so much. Oh, is my... yeah, it was 4, right?
Yeah, it was 4. I could tell, like, Jordan's temper or like his emotions was getting low. Jordan was not trying to hear it at all. He was like, he really, listen, Jordan was getting ready to tap out. I even had moments. I think it was probably by the 3rd loan officer, you know, actually, even before that, when we're looking for the second loan officer, when we're looking for the second loan officer, Patricia, I was getting pissed off because this loan officer specifically, I'm not to mention any name, he sold a dream or made it sound like he could get it done.
Yeah. He could get it done within, like, he's like, no, I got it. And we're like, okay, we're closing in like a week. Like, you got it? Like, then he didn't have it, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We moved on. And like the 3rd loan officer, he was really cool. It's just that at the last minute, his company's business model changed, and they went on the same business model as every other mortgage company. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. And then when we finally found Jessica Hoxie from Movement Mortgage, you know, go ahead.
She didn't. I was honestly, until the day of closing, I was like, damn, something's gonna happen, and something's gonna happen. Something keeps happening. But she really did it in a week. Right? A week, she got it done.
She got it done in exactly 9 days, because I remember I told Patricia and I told the other loan officer, like, listen, all the documents that you guys have, I need you guys to push all these documents over to Jessica Hoxie for Movement Mortgage, and she said there's a potential that she could possibly get it done. She just needs to look at. And the reason why she was capable of getting it done was because Movement Mortgage, from what I remember, were, I think, the first mortgage company to actually drop the credit score threshold, you know, to the normal standard. And I was like, all right, if they did this, we might have a shot, you know. So when she received it, she analyzed the whole entire thing, and she was like, you know what? I think we're there. It's cutting it close, but we're there, you know. And I want to say thank you very much to Jessica Hoxie for actually making that happen, because I spoke to a lot of loan officers, like, on your behalf, to try to help you guys out, because I did promise you guys that I want to get you guys into your home.
You did it.
And she made it happen. And I hope I did right by me, not by me, but by you guys, in regards to, you know, delivering on my end. If you guys don't mind, if you guys could touch upon a little bit in regards to how you guys really felt. And you guys can be straight up. This is Experiences with Sadiq. I don't want you guys sugarcoating anything whatsoever, because at the end of the day, it's going to make not only myself better, but other realtors better. And they'll give light into things that we can actually do better. But if you guys don't mind, Jordan, Amber, if you guys could talk a little bit about how you guys feel, you know, how I did from as a realtor and as a man, as an individual, you know, to you guys. Talk about that whole experience.
I mean, you was pretty much straightforward. You know, he wasn't pretty much try to hide anything. He was telling us how it's gonna go, meaning, you know what I mean, how if we had a problem, this had to get done, or you know what I mean. You're always on top of everything.
Very helpful, easy to contact. I'll say that because other people are easy to contact. Always kept us like updated. It was great. I'd say a good experience. And even after the closing, when most people would probably be like, oh, well, the house is sold, I don't have to speak to you again. We can still call you. You still answered our phone, and helped us with anything. And I thought that was great too, because, you know, most people wouldn't care after the house is sold. Why would they?
No, and that's true. And one of the things I try to pride myself on is to be able to make sure that I can see things through so you guys are happy, right? Because at the end of the day, my name's on the line, my reputation, what I stand for is on the line. And I didn't want to feel like I was going to do anything that could basically jeopardize a relationship. And I wanted to make sure I could deliver on that notion. And I think one of the most important things that mattered to me was because you guys are young first-time home buyers and you guys really want to make this dream come true for yourself. I think that's why I was so focused on trying to make sure that I can make that dream happen. And then especially I know, Amber, you love that house so much. I was like, all right, I gotta get this house. Jordan was like, listen, a house. It just been mixed. It just has some. The house better operate the way it needs to. Jordan was not hearing nothing. He was like, listen, we can look at other houses, you know.
Yeah.
But Amber was stuck on this. She was like, I wanted this house. Jordan was like, listen, we can look at other houses because at the end of the day, there's a big purchase, in which I totally respect and I understand where Jordan's coming from in that retrospect. But in all actuality, I think you guys did an amazing job.
I think he was just scared. I think he just thought that it wasn't going to happen. So he kind of just didn't. I don't know. Because I had to push. Like I said, I was pushing. Like, you can
Jordan,
do
let me
it.
ask you this. Were you nervous a little bit, Jordan? Be honest.
Yeah, I was. Not a little bit, a lot, actually.
A lot. That's what's up.
It's a big commitment, you know, so it was something that I really, you know, had to think about. But, you know, I thought about it, and you know what, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we actually, I think we were at Great Wolf Lodge for our daughter's birthday or something when we put the offer. Remember, you called me and you're like, oh, you know, I don't, do you want to do it? I'm like, we were sitting there at the water park. I'm like, Jordan, are we doing it? What are we doing? Because there was a little, wasn't there like a little bidding war going on in the beginning?
Yeah, so you guys did go through a little bit of bidding war, and I think the most important thing was not to make sure that you guys didn't bid too high, but just bid comfortably where it made sense. Because the most important thing is making sure that you don't bid too high. So in the future, when you do want to be able to sell this property, you can be able to sell it comfortably, you know, and make some type of money from it. Hopefully, you know, because at the end of the day, a house is an investment property.
Yes.
Right. So just being able to make sure that we offer the right amount and execute, well, hoping that right amount got executed, meaning that on the seller side, that they accepted, you know, the offer. What it allowed us or allowed you guys to be able to be like, you know what, let's move forward. Exactly, I can afford it, the payment work, all that crazy stuff. An advice that I would like, not even an advice from my end, but I want you guys to give an advice, each one of you, Amber and you, Jordan, for future homeowners themselves. If there was an advice that you guys could give to future homeowners, what type of advice will you guys give?
I mean, I don't know.
Hey, Jordan probably has a line in his mind. Just doesn't know what to
take your time at buying a house. Don't just don't say you want to buy a house and, you know, read about it and know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Don't just buy houses because you want to.
Basically everything I did. Yeah, I would say take your time, but also like don't hesitate. You never know if you don't try. And I know a lot of people, especially young, like I'm only 25. I know a lot of us think like, oh, that's impossible to do right now. Like I should just rent. And then we're paying crazy amounts in rent and not even thinking like, why am I renting? I could buy, or I could have more for what I'm paying right now. I'd say go for it. If it's something you want to do, start, and don't be scared. Like, I
think that's, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm done.
No, I think that's very important. Is like for people, there's a lot of people out there that's looking to purchase a home right now. The only issue is that there's not enough homes on the market for sale, you know. And I think there are people who are scared. They want to purchase. They are scared. They just don't know. All right, maybe if I don't want to buy this house at this price point. Maybe I need to like buy it at this price point, you know, for just to have a comfortable payment. And I totally get it, but in a situation that we're in right now, there's not a lot of inventory out there in the market. So if there's a house that you see, you know, put a decent offer, nothing too crazy, but just something decent where, like, you know, it'll impress the seller, and the seller will be able to accept the offer, you know, or potentially accept the offer. In which this situation, this is pretty much what happened with you guys, you know. And I think buyers need to understand that. And then on top of that, it touches back to what Jordan was saying, right? Where like you just have to be patient before you even purchase a house. I've been working with different buyers where like there's times where like I look at a bunch of houses before a buyer say, you know what, this is the one that I want, you know. And then there's always every situation. No two customers are ever the same. I'll tell you that right now. No two customers are ever the same. Experiences are always totally different, you know. So it's definitely one of those things that I think buyers should be aware of. It's just doing your due diligence, like Jordan said. Be patient, like Jordan said. Like
the house isn't gonna have everything you want, because remember it's not always gonna be perfect.
Exactly. And that's what some buyers need to understand. Not all houses are going to have everything you want. Not all houses might be perfect the way you want. You know, you have to be open or dissect, all right, what you want and what you don't want. What really matters to you, and what are you willing to sacrifice? You know, so yeah, that's very important.
And what you can add on later.
Huh?
I said, and what you can add on later as well.
And that's true. That's definitely true. You guys hear it from my two buyers, Jordan and his lovely lady, Amber. I definitely appreciate you guys for taking the time and the opportunity to be able to work with me. And if I could ask you guys, am I the type of real estate agent that you guys could see yourself referring your friends or family to?
Definitely.
I already did.
Hey, that's what's up. So you guys know, if you guys are looking to buy or sell a home, I'm that guy. On the next Experiences with Sadiq, where, you know, communication is key, advocating for the people's bliss, and knowledge is inspiring. I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy. Be good, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.